They say he left nothing behind, but that isn't true. He left the buckets, small, ordinary, unremarkable containers, plastic, metal, sometimes wooden, buried them in the woods, hid them by rivers, slipped them under their brush at the edges of campgrounds. You would never notice them. Not at first, and that's the point. The first person who found one didn't know what it was. A hiker in Montana, alone on a long trail, felt watched. At first, he laughed at himself. He had been hiking for hours without seeing another soul. Paranoia felt normal. Then he stumbled across a bucket buried beneath the roots of a fallen tree. It wasn't heavy. It wasn't screaming for attention. It was just there. He dug it out, curious. Gloves, rope, tape, a flashlight with dead batteries. Nothing missing. Nothing personal. Just waiting. He brought it to a ranger station. They destroyed it. Thought it was a prank. Thought it was trash. Thought it was over. It wasn't over. Another bucket appeared a few miles away. Same care, same concealment, same silence. And then the reports started coming in. Not one person, not two, dozens, hundreds. People who thought they were alone. People who had wandered into empty forests, empty campgrounds, empty parks. And they all felt it. The feeling of being watched. The subtle pressure behind your eyes. It's a quiet certainty that you were already on someone else's timeline. He was not fast. He was not sloppy. He was deliberate, precise, patient. He would leave a place untouched for months, or even years, and then return, as if no one had ever noticed him at all. He never rushed. He never panicked. He paid cash. He asked questions about trails and conditions. Never hiked. Polite, calm, kind. The kind of man you wouldn't notice until it was too late. Some people survived encounters with him. He apologized for inconveniences. He explained nothing. He vanished without a sound. The survivors say the scariest thing wasn't his violence. It was his patience. It was how he didn't need to hunt, 'cause you were already on his schedule. Just didn't know it yet. Authorities found some buckets, hundreds of them, maybe thousands. Some contained what he eventually used. Some stayed buried, waiting. Even after he was caught, the real terror wasn't him. It was the places he touched. The forests, the rivers, the trails. They remember. They remember because they are patient. They remember because he taught them to be that way. Sometimes, late at night, when you're alone in a forest, a campground, or a trail, you might feel it. A brush of air that shouldn't be there. A shadow in the corner of your vision. A bucket, buried beneath leaves, barely noticeable. All ordinary, all innocent, until you touch it, and then it remembers you. You will never know how long it's been waiting. You will never know how long it will wait. And when it decides, it won't rush. It doesn't need to, because you're already where it wants you to be. The buckets are still out there. It's hidden in forests, deserts, parks, under snow, under brush. Dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands more, waiting, patient, silent, because no one notices what stays buried.